Good evening, everybody. My name is Sister Catherine Frazier, and I want to begin by saying thank you so much to all of you for joining us tonight. I am the Executive Director of Dominican Youth Movement USA, and I am so excited to welcome all of you tonight to our second annual gala, Building a Bridge for Tomorrow's Leaders. Before we go any further in our program tonight, I just want to do a shout out to someone who has done so much for the Dominican youth movement over the years, and that would be Sister Jenna Fleming. She has provided so much of the foundation that I am currently working off of, and all of us are building upon. And she continues to be a tireless advocate for DYM USA. And she has provided so much support in making this evening a success. So thank you, Sister Jenna, for being a support for me as I have entered into this role. Tonight, I am looking forward to sharing with all of you the stories of how DYM USA has made a difference in the lives of young people, allowing them to preach with the pulpit of their lives and to become leaders in their schools, families, and communities. We will also be celebrating the works of ministry of Sister Barbara McEnany, this year's recipient of the Sister Pat Brady Award. And finally, but certainly not least, we will be having lots of fun and giving out some prizes at the end of the night. So please be sure to stay until the end and find out if your name will be called. I am so grateful for each of you for supporting DYM USA. We have a web of support from those who mentor those who mentor students, and those who present at our high school and college preaching conferences, those who help those students to take the lessons they learn at those conferences and practice them in their home institutions, as well as all of those who mentor so many of our Dominican young adults all over this country. We are also grateful for those who provide monetary support and the many, many people who are praying for us. Each of you make this ministry possible, and I thank God for each and every one of you. Every day, I am excited to work on behalf of young people so that they can discover this precious Dominican tradition that I am so grateful to be a part of. I have seen how the messages of Dominican spirituality speak as much to our 21st century young adults as they did to those in the 13th century when Saint Dominic preached in southern France. Messages of hope, mercy, and healing transcend time and have as much meaning today as they did 800 years ago. When our young people discover that the Dominican tradition holds something for them, they have as examples Catherine of Siena, Dominic de Guzman, and so many other Dominicans who have gone before them. These four mothers and four fathers provide an example of leadership that matches words with actions that are grounded in the Gospels. In the example of those who have gone before us, we can find the seeds of what is needed in our world today. From dialoguing across division, advocating on behalf of those who are economically disadvantaged, and promoting peace. I believe that by introducing youth and young people to these saints and immersing them in the Dominican tradition, they will become the leaders that we need for tomorrow. St. Catherine spoke about an image of a bridge in her meditation, The Dialogue. I want you to look at the bridge of my only begotten Son and notice its greatness. Look, it's stretched from heaven to earth, joining the earth of your humanity with the greatness of the Godhead. This is what I mean when it says from heaven to earth is what she wrote. In Catherine's vision, the bridge of Christ brings people deeper into relationship with the divine, uniting humanity with God, and providing a pathway for people to know God. This image of the bridge inspires our work at DYM USA. By inspiring young people with the gospel message that was at the center of Dominic's preaching, we lead our young people to knowing God better and to having a special place in our hearts for the people whom God holds close. This bridge to knowing God provides our young people with a firm foundation to becoming leaders, as they learn that their leadership is meant to be leading towards helping others and shown through the example of their lives. With this image of Catherine's bridge before us, let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Loving God, in Christ you gave us a bridge to unite us to yourself. Inspire our young people to come to know you better, so that they may become holy leaders for our future, guiding our world with the virtues of peace, justice, and love. We pray with Dominic and Catherine. Amen. So now that we have heard a little bit about the theme of this evening, I would like to now turn it over so that we can hear and learn a little bit more about the history of Dominican Youth Movement USA and how this organization came about. In 2015, a small group of visionaries who were passionate about youth and young adults founded the Dominican Youth Movement. They had a dream to create an organization to ensure that the programs we organize for our young people would be sustainable into the future. They asked the question, what would happen if we put all of our programs under one umbrella? And from that seed, a movement was born. The Dominican Youth Movement USA brings together the various existing Dominican youth programs, unifying their support and promoting their collective social impact. It has created a network for our young people to further develop their own call to preach. Our individual Dominican youth programs have served over 4,500 high school students, college students, and young adults. What began with a small conference for high school students has grown beyond our wildest expectations. Our Dominican youth programs make the connection between the Dominican tradition of preaching and the participants' own call to preach, while also fulfilling the demand for leadership training and preaching opportunities. Though our organization is new, the programs which are housed under this umbrella organization have been around for many years. The Dominican High School Preaching Conference and the National College Preaching in Action Conference are celebrating their 22nd and 21st years respectively. Dominican Young Adults USA has been in existence for 11 years, and our youth preaching workshops, which are held regionally on the East Coast, have been in existence for over 25 years. But we know that more is yet to come. We are exploring new ways to connect young people with the Dominican charism and to give them the tools to preach with their lives. And we look forward to the Leadership Through Ministry program and the mission trip to Houston, Texas that will be taking place this summer. With the support of so many people, the Dominican Youth Movement is alive and flourishing in our time. These programs are financially sustained by grants, monthly donations, through our Partners in Mission program, other fundraising efforts, and by financial assistance from several of our Dominican congregations, provinces, associates, and other members of the Dominican family. The Dominican Youth Movement brings together people who are committed to passing on the Dominican charism to our young people and to help them foster authentic relationships and integrate what they learn to become leaders for tomorrow who are on fire with the gospel. Together, we and our partners in the Dominican family are passionate about helping a new generation discover their call to preach the good news with their lives. We are very proud of what has been accomplished up till now and eagerly look forward to continuing to provide all of these programs while initiating new programs to keep our young people involved in the Dominican Order. It is efforts such as this gala that, with your help, will allow us to maintain these programs and others into the future.
I just want to pause right here. Hi, everyone. This is Carly Ubaldini, and I'm the Assistant Director for DYM USA. And before we continue, I just wanted to spotlight some messages in the chat right now, some really special messages, and people were telling us where they're tuning in from. So all the way in California, I see Liani's here. We have Sister Mary Jones from Siena Heights University. We have Sister Jean Sherry, the Sisters of Sparkle, of course, sisters from Adrian, Michigan. We have Sister Jenna here. We have so many other sisters listed. I could go on and on and on from across the entire nation. I also see those tuning in from Florida and New York. So we really do span across the nation. And what a blessing it is to have all of you tuning in tonight. And with that being said, I'm going to flip it back over to Catherine.
Thank you so much, Carly. And I am so amazed at the diversity of so many people coming from all over the country to support us tonight. So to go on to the next part of our agenda, I am so excited that we get to introduce you to three people who have been affected and have had their lives forever changed and transformed by being part of the Dominican youth movement. We have Allison Kustik, Andy Aberton, and Madeline Fuente. And as you listen to their stories about the College Preaching in Action Conference, Dominican Young Adults, and the High School Preaching Conference, I hope that you will be as touched by their stories as I have been.
Good evening, my name is Allison and I'm a graduate of Dominican University of California and was a participant in the 2018 College Preaching in Action Conference. DYM USA has had an incredible impact in my life. Through the preaching conference, I was able to learn just how wide-reaching the Dominican community is. I had no idea how many roots there were across the globe, or how many institutions of higher education there are rooted in the Dominican charisms in the United States alone. At the conference, I was able to meet those other students at Dominican colleges. I, to this day, am still friends with people I met in New Jersey in 2018 who live on the other side of the country, and we're still living out our experience at that College Preaching in Action conference. At the conference, I was able to hone ways of preaching that I was really familiar with and felt comfortable with, like singing and public speaking. But I was also able to learn new ways of preaching that I never really considered could be preaching before, like movement and dance. Coming back to California after the preaching conference, I was able to join a DYM USA young adult group and continue living out what I had learned at the preaching conference with past and future conference attendees. We were able to do work in the community and foster our faith lives with one another. DYM USA has brought me a community greater than I ever would have expected when I chose to attend Dominican University. I'm so grateful for the work that they do for young people across the world, and it's an honor to be part of this organization. Everything they do would not be possible without the generous work of volunteers and sponsors. So this evening, I encourage you to give to this organization in whatever way you can, be it a financial donation, a donation of your time, or a prayer for all of the young people and volunteers working so hard to live out this mission.
Hello, my name is Andrew Aberton, And for the last 10 years, I have been lucky enough to be part of many of the programs that come under the auspices of the Dominican Youth Movement USA. And I can say without a doubt, they have changed my life. They have changed the way I think about things. I started off as a freshman at Malloy and went to the college preaching conference. And I was introduced to two things that changed the way I saw my spirituality and myself: the Dominican charism and the Dominican family. I met people from all over the world, welcoming, loving, that had the same values as me, that wanted to do the same things and explore and share. And I also learned about this Dominican charism, how Dominic put it all together. It wasn't just study and prayer. It was service and serving others and going out to people with your talents and contemplating and learning about yourself and interacting and creating relationships. That was it. I was hooked. I wanted to learn more, and I have kept learning. Myself and my friends started a Dominican Young Adults chapter at Malloy, and for over 8 or 9 years, I was able to be part of that chapter, to learn more about my spirituality, to develop, to meet new people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. These experiences have opened me up. I have met people from all across the world that have become part of my family, that care about me and I care about them. I have made connections that I never would have before. I have literally gone around the world, to Fangzhou, to Colombia, to Rome, with a group of people that, although we might not speak the same language, we have the same values, and we have this love of God and love of neighbor that is inseparable. I have been able to do so many things through these programs, and I have continued to learn and continue to be part of this Dominican family. And as I have become not so young anymore, I have transitioned from Dominican Young Adults. I have become an associate with the Dominican Sisters of Amityville, because I want to keep that connection. And I want to be part of this Dominican family and Dominican charism because of all that I have learned. And that all started with that college preaching conference. Without that conference, without setting up that chapter of Dominican Young Adults, I would not have these experiences that have helped me to develop into the person I am. We never know what's going to happen because of an experience, an event, what kind of impact it's going to have on a person. And that's what these programs do. But without donations, these programs just couldn't exist. So I know I am going to donate because I think it's so important to give others the opportunity, because you never know what's going to flower from this seed, from this event, this week-long interaction, or the chance of people to be part of a chapter in their college or their area can have such a profound impact on someone's world, their mindset, their view, and can make such a difference to that person and the people around them. These donations help others to have these opportunities. Please consider donating.
Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Puente. I went to St. Mary's Dominican High School in New Orleans and had the privilege of attending the Dominican High School Preaching Conference at Siena Heights University in the summer of 2015. For me, that was a pivotal moment in not only my relationship with God, but my relationship with others. It was the first time in my life that I had ever been with so many people my age, not just from my hometown, but across the nation, almost 100 of us, all wanting to deepen our relationship with God and learn how to fearlessly preach the gospel, which still to this day I think is the coolest thing. Over the span of a week, we were given opportunities through seminars, presentations, group activities to learn how to live out our faith and to preach through not only actions and words, but even art, which I thought was so cool, such as improv comedy all the way to Tai Chi. And that was something I took home that I would use in my community, is that there's no one set way to preach the gospel to someone. Everybody hears God's message through different outlets. And so I made sure, coming back home and still even to today, is that knowing your audience and figuring out the best way to relate. And what was so cool is that we had these small groups that were called our home groups, where you would have all of us get together each day to digest everything. But over the span of a week, we, with 2 other small groups, our home groups, would get together and actually learn how to lead a prayer in our own way, that from all the tools that we were given over the span of a week, to do that for the entire group to open up, which was really cool to push us outside of our comfort zone and teach each of us how to work in a group environment and to be leaders and really figure out the best way that we want to relate God's message. So it was, I can't say it enough how incredible of an experience it was. And any way that you can support us with donations, I can assure you that you will definitely be changing someone's life for the better. And I'm grateful I had the opportunity, and still am grateful to this day for everything that it's offered to me and the way it's moved me forward. So thank y'all.
We have some absolutely beautiful testimonies. Some beautiful congratulations and messages in the chat. With Allison, we have Diane and we have Sister Mary saying, "Thank you, Allison. May the preaching continue in your daily life. Keep preaching with your life." Sister Mary Jones says, "Thank you, Andrew. You live the charism so well." Diane says, "I have had the privilege of journeying with Andy throughout all these years. We love you, Andy." Sean Mundeshine says, "Yay, Andy, great job. Loved walking many parts of that journey with you." Sister Dusty says, "Thank you, Andy, for your testimony. You make a difference." And we really are just so blessed to hear from these preachers, to hear their stories of how we are impacting our young adults. So thank you again to our preachers for sharing your stories.
Yes, thank you so much, Allison, Andy, and Madeline. I mean, you are all such wonderful preachers in your daily life and have really brought that spirit with you when you have preached and shared your story with each of us. So thank you so much. So now we're going to pivot, and I am going to ask you to support our silent auction. And I believe that there will be a link appearing to the silent auction in the chat, but this is an opportunity to bid on some really amazing items, if I do say so myself. There are a couple of Afghans. There is a Tower of Fun that involves a lot of cool games. We have 3 nights that you can stay in a windmill in Niskayuna, New York, and as well as some other artwork, some writing packages. It's a lot of different ways that you can bid on to support Dominican Youth Movement USA. And there's something, hopefully a little something for everybody. And I hope that something will spark your interest. So
I
now
want to chime in there too, Catherine, that for the silent auction, when you're viewing the items, you could click into each item and you could see the additional photos there, especially the windmill. That they have the inside is so beautiful and so serene. But for the baskets, you can get a closer look of what's in the basket, the description you can read. For the artwork, you can see the dimensions and what exactly it is and who made it. So we encourage you to open up those silent auction items, just read their descriptions, look at all their photos. And if you're feeling called to it, bid on them and have some fun.
that's the whole point. Thank you, Carly. I am now excited that I get to introduce you to the woman we are going to be honoring tonight, Sister Barbara McEnany. Sister Barbara is receiving the Sister Pat Brady Award tonight. Pat Brady, an Adrian Dominican sister, was a woman far ahead of her time and a true visionary. Having had ministries as a teacher and administrator in Adrian Dominican-sponsored Catholic schools, she was quite familiar with how the Dominican charism enriched the education of each student. When she realized that the number of religious sisters who originally staffed the schools was dwindling, she became concerned that the next generation of students would be unaware of the Dominican heritage of their schools and all that entailed. Her dream was to create a conference that would teach students from sponsored Dominican high schools across the country the heritage of the Dominican order, and thereby continue to pass on our charism of preaching to future generations. What began as a small conference of 23 participants has grown beyond even her wildest expectations. It was the seed that, once broken open, gave life to the National College Preaching and Action Conference, Dominican Young Adults USA, and the Dominican Youth Movement USA organization that we are celebrating today. And Sister Pat didn't stop there. She was also one of the founding voices in creating for the creation of a National Dominican Volunteer Organization, expanding the Sinsinawa model of apostolic volunteers, and thus Dominican Volunteers USA was born. Sister Pat's continued concern about the sustainability of the Dominican charism in our sponsored high schools later moved her and other leaders from several congregations to create an organization which we now know as DAS, or the Dominican Association of Secondary Schools, whose primary mission is to assist our lay staffs in carrying on the Dominican mission in their schools. In honor of Sister Pat, the Sister Patricia Brady Award is given to those connected to our Dominican family, religious and lay people alike, who sought new and creative ways to pass on our Dominican charism to future generations and work tirelessly to make it happen. We are so happy this year to be recognizing Sister Barbara McEnany with this award for her years of service on behalf of young people and the Dominican youth movement, especially through her work in the College Preaching in Action Conference. We will now be hearing from Sister Michaela Connolly, Prioress of the Dominican Sisters of Blauvelt, who will be introducing our honoree.
Good evening. My name is Sister Michaela Connolly, Prioress of the Sisters of St. Dominic of Blauvelt. And it's a privilege for me to introduce your honoree, Sister Barbara McEnany. Sister Barbara is a true gift to our congregation and to everyone she's encountered in her more than 60 years as a Dominican sister of Blauvelt. I believe that Sister Barbara is a naturally energetic person who was born happy. No matter how she may be feeling personally, she never loses her ability to smile and encourage everyone, challenging them to raise the praise when she meets them. Her enthusiasm for life and for others was nourished during her early years in ministry, teaching young children in schools in the Bronx and on Long Island, and is serving as one of our pioneer sisters in our Migrant Head Start program in Goshen, New York. Sister Barbara's love for our Dominican charism is boundless, and she exhibits that love wherever she serves. Since 1988, she's ministered at her alma mater, Dominican University, as campus minister. There, she diligently works to imbue the campus with religious values by planning and conducting liturgical celebrations, interfaith services, and retreats. She also provides pastoral counseling to members of the university community and is seen as a mentor, a confidant, and a friend by students and staff alike. She challenges them to meet community needs both on and off campus, and they never fail to respond. So thank you on behalf of all our sisters and associates for choosing to honor Sister Barbara McEnany with the Sister Pat Brady Award in recognition of all she has done and continues to do to pass on our Dominican charism to young people. You have chosen well. Blessings on the evening.
Thank you so much, Sister Michaela, for giving us that introduction to Sister Barbara McEnany and what she has meant for you and your community. We now have the opportunity to hear from some of the people who have known Sister Barbara well, and I will turn it over so that we can hear from her friends, family, and former students.
Congratulations, Sister Barbara McEnany. No one is more deserving of this Pat Brady Award. No one. So thank you for your many, many years of loving, compassionate, and kind service, especially to young people at Dominican University, and also for being such a wonderful Dominican sister, truly a woman of joy and hope. Congratulations.
Hi, Barbara. It's Frederick's family making a video to congratulate you on your award. We were so happy to hear the good news that you're being recognized. And what a great role model you are for everyone, not just the children. But the good news is we've always enjoyed being with you over the years, and the bad news is we don't get to see you enough. Enjoy your celebration for today and remember us as we always remember you.
Our prayers are with you. Take care.
Hey, Aunt Barbara. I wanted to say congratulations on winning this award. Since we started our weekly phone calls about 8 years ago, I've been able to feel just how loving and compassionate of a person you really are. It's been incredible having you on my side through the many ups and downs. You truly have been the rock in my life, the lighthouse that has been guiding me back to shore. It's not surprising that somebody so caring as you would win an award like this. You've been the rock and the lighthouse to so many people over your lifetime. I'm excited to see your commitment to this, being this rock and lighthouse to others, get recognized. So congratulations, and thank you for being you. And thank you for being a part of my life. I love you to the moon and back.
Hi, Aunt Barbara, Sister Barbara. Congratulations on being named the Sister Patricia Brady Award winner for 2023. I can't think of a more deserving candidate for all the great work you've done at Dominican College with the students there over the many years you've been in Blauvelt. You've been a joy to have in my life for all these decades and years. For the good and the bad, you're always present and always caring. I remember when I was in college age, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I was so heartbroken, and you were there to listen and to comfort me. And I think now today at Dominican, you've probably done that same kind of thing 1,000 times, and for every one of those 1,000 students, I bet they feel like they're the only person on earth when you're comforting them. So congratulations, I love you very much, and enjoy the...
I'm absolutely delighted to say a word or two about my friend and colleague of many years, Sister Barbara McEnany. Sister Barbara captures the Dominican spirit, a person of great joy, sincerity, and genuine caring. She has, Dominican University has been blessed by her presence for many, many years. She is known by all. She gives her cards out to the parents of all new students coming to the university. Barbara is a happy person. She's a genuine person. She's a caring person. An outstanding characteristic is her non-judgmental attitude. She's there to help in whatever way she can. And people know she cares, she's able to convey to them the depth of her feeling and her willingness to do whatever's necessary to solve a particular problem. So thank you, the folks who made this choice. It couldn't have been a better one.
Hello, and
Hello.
welcome to Fireside Chats with Brian
and Billy.
How are you, Sister Barbara? We just wanted to say hello. We hear you're being honored with an award, which is so wonderful. After all of these years living anonymously, having no one know who you are, and living in the shadows. And now, finally, someone's recognizing all the work that you've done, which is wonderful. And so we just wanted to make this little video to say congratulations and say that we love you, and we're so happy that we get to call you part of our family. And even though you're part of everyone's family, you've done so much for so many people, and basically, again, reached celebrity status, truth be told. So anyway, we can't wait to see you in British Columbia, and again, we wish you all the best and hope you're having a good night attending the ceremony in your slippers, and maybe having a glass of wine, hopefully.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. So anyway, congratulations.
Congratulations.
We love you so much, and we can't wait to see you soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Barbara, and congratulations on receiving the Sister Patricia Brady Award. Another reason for me to be proud of you. And I've been proud of you for more than 6 decades now, dating back to the time when you surreptitiously helped me obtain the ring size of your sister Kathy, right through your early days in the convent and your growth into a leadership position at Dominican College. You've been a wonderful example of Christian ministry, and I know that your light is going to continue to shine for years to come among the students at Dominican University. We love you, take care of yourself, and God bless you.
Barbara, congratulations on this Dominican Leadership Award. Your whole life has been dedicated to youth, and starting even with the toddlers throughout your time, 35 years at Dominican University. I mean, really, hats off to you. You have been just amazing, and you use the gifts that God has given you, your deep empathy, your compassion, your intuitive sense of what's going on with a young person. Your generosity just goes beyond, it overflows. So I'm such a lucky friend to have you as a friend, and to see your gifts and how you use them so generously. God bless, and congratulations again.
Hi, I'm Barbara. Congratulations on winning the Sister Patricia Brady Award. That is so exciting. Can't say I'm surprised. You do so much for so many people. You know, I'm lucky enough to have you as a great aunt and someone I have a really close connection and relationship with within my family. And I just know that you do so much for so many people, and it's just wonderful to see you being recognized in your community. I just remember going to the Palisades Mall during our little girls' day out and seeing college kids come up and just in droves seeing you and being excited. You do so much for so many people, and I'm just can't say I'm surprised you won this award, but I am so proud of you, and I'm proud to know you and be in your life. Love you.
You are really being honored by this great gift, and I know you, and it isn't something that you expect, so I'm sure you're shocked and surprised, but you certainly deserve it because of your dedication over the years that you've worked at Dominican. And I know that you love these kids more than anything, and I'm so happy they recognize this and they're honoring you. Enjoy this great
My name is Mary Ann Collins, and I'm a community member of Barbara's.
It gives me great honor to congratulate her this evening on behalf of her award from Dominican Youth Ministry, USA. When I think of Barbara, I think of two words, that of joy and relationship. There is no one more joyful and no one who has deeper relationships. Anyone whom Barbara knows, we know that the relationship is not superficial. She is really involved in the lives of all the people. I pray that Barbara's health and energy and great joy might continue for many years to come, so that many more Dominican young adults and others might be exposed to this wonderful woman.
Hi, I'm Barbara. I wanted to congratulate you on winning the Sister Patricia Brady Award. It comes as no surprise to me, though, as you deserve all the awards. You are truly the most kind and loving person I know, and I feel so blessed to have you in my life. I hope you keep staying fabulous and never, ever stop going bananas.
Thank you so much for all of you for sharing your stories about Sister Barbara. And it's so encouraging to hear all of the love that you have for her, all of the gratitude you have for the impact that she has had on your lives. And I just want to make another call that if you have a story, please feel free to share it with us. We would love to hear all of your stories so that we can let Sister Barbara know how much we appreciate her. And now we have a special video that is coming to us from Dominican University, New York. So I will turn it over so that we can watch this. Thanks. So for those of you who don't know, raise the peace, minimize the criticize, increase the peace, and silence of violence is her catchphrase. So I'm going to turn it over to Carly to read out some of the comments that have been coming in, offering Sister Barbara congratulations.
Thank you, Catherine. So I'm going to read some of the chat, and I also wanted to read some from our Give Butter campaign, which we have a lot of donors who aren't able to attend tonight, but they wanted to give a message for Sister Barbara. So I'll read those as well. In the chat, we have, so many messages coming in throughout the entire gala so far. The most recent ones, we have Sister Diane saying, all of your Amityville Dominican sisters love you, Sister Barbara. Thank you for reminding us to raise the praise. May your preaching continue. Sister Mary Jones writes, so grateful for you, Barbara. Your energy is amazing. Jenna is saying, Barbara, you are my hero. Nina Singer is, congratulations, Sister Barbara. You are such a blessing to us all. I think it's Mary Sower saying, Sister Barbara is truly a joyful preacher. Pat Stringer says, congratulations on a ministry well done. From Jessica Abahar, she says, congrats, Sister Barbara. Sister Dusty Farnan says, what a wonderful tribute to you, Sister Barbara. I've always enjoyed meeting you at DYM. Sister Jean writes, we're proud to call you sister. With love from your Sparkle sisters. From Brianna Torres, she writes, Sister Barbara has had a large impact on who I am as a woman today. She has guided me on the path on following the footsteps of St. Dominic. There is no one more deserving of this award. She touches every life that she meets. I am forever thankful for her presence in my life. Kathleen Phelan says, congratulations, Barbara. Still grateful for your assistance during my days at St. Dominic Home. Celebrate well. I think we have a few more coming in here. Wish everyone could have a great sister-in-law like Barbara. And just a couple of messages from Give Butter for those who aren't able to attend tonight and those catching the recording. We have so many other messages, and I'll just read a couple of these. It really highlights the impact Sister Barbara has had on so many people. We have Denise Marin says, your kind soul and warm smile lifted so many hearts over the years. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations. From Jim Filippelli, dear Sister Barbara, you continue to bless us in many ways. We will miss your upbeat presence as you continue to raise the praise. Congratulations and all the best. From Daniel Panilla, thank you so much for everything you have done, Sister Barbara. You have left such a huge impact on Dominican as well as my life. And Joe Sullivan writes, congratulations on a well-earned honor for a most deserving person. Thank you for submitting all of these messages that are getting to Sister Barbara. They are so wonderful to read and to hear about and for us to pass along. And again, congratulations to Sister Barbara.
Thank you so much, Carly. And now I would like to turn it over so that Sister Barbara can express her thanks in her own words.
Good evening to everyone. I'm so happy, but really humbled and honored to receive the Sister Pat Brady Award tonight. It's been my privilege to journey with my Dominican brothers and sisters over the last 35 years. And while serving at Dominican, I was also able to attend at least 20 Dominican College Preaching in Action conferences every May on a different Dominican college campus. It was truly a blessing, both serving at Dominican and serving the Dominican youth movement across the United States. It was truly a blessing. One of our sisters, Catherine, St. Catherine of Siena, said, and you may, a lot of you heard this, if you are what you are meant to be, you will set the world on fire. Well, I witnessed that at our Dominican Preaching in Action conferences for college students every year. We started off with a little spark because we were coming from all over the country. But may I please, before I say anything else, throw a shout out to Sister Gina Fleming, who actually worked tirelessly all year to get this agenda, transport, lecturers, on and on, food, shelter, and clothing on the Dominican campus. She was absolutely wonderful, and she would be so excited to see us. And I'd say, well, you did all the work. We're just entering in with our students. So Sister Gina, you helped for 20 years that I was there with you. I thank you. You were a Gina Gem, G-E-M, wonderful. But to get back to St. Catherine of Siena, if you are who you are meant to be, you will set the world on fire. I saw that happen at the Dominican Preaching Conference. I saw it among mentors and campus ministers, but most importantly, among college students. Last week, one of my campus ministry presidents of 10 years ago stopped in with her new baby to see me. And she said, Sister Barbara, I am still in constant contact with my roommate at Siena Heights at our Preaching in Action workshop. And she said, it will never fade away. She was the most wonderful person, and we've become best of friends. That's only one little piece of what happens at the conferences. What really does happen is that you find the spark of fire coming alive when the students enter into preaching, service, study, and all sorts of things after hours at night that have bonded their relationships, and many of them for many, many years, and I think some for life. And so I'm very, very happy that I was part of that for so many years. And to top it off, I almost forgot, the bonus was that we get to bring an action step back to our own campus, action step by our own students, and then we try very much to start a Dominican youth chapter on our campus. So as the kids say to me sometimes, sister, the beat goes on. We don't stop here. And we just recently went to El Salvador with Malloy University. So many good things are happening. And I am so eternally grateful that I was part of it. And now to talk about Raise the Praise. I know that's something I say all the time and believe in it. You know what? About 4 years ago, a student stopped me and said, tell me about Raise the Praise, sister. So I said, well, to tell you the truth, I have to respond by saying the reason why I really raise the praise is because of the beauty and the love that I see in you and in so many students and so many faculty and administration. And for those of you who know me, know that that's true. You know that I see the beauty in you. I've told you. And somehow there's a beautiful entering into a relationship that really is part of our life forever. And so he said, but it's you who raised the praise. I said, but I'm raising it because of you. And I just recently heard the song again that you all know, You Raise Me Up. And I'm going to say these 4 lines that really, really talk about you. And it's, you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk in stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. And that's my honest truth. You make me, help me raise the praise. And so thank you for all of you being here tonight and for being so special in my life. Let's continue to praise, to bless, and to preach to all of God's people. And thank you for always helping me to raise the praise. Sister Pat Brady, pray for us. God bless you.
Thank you so much to Sister Barbara for those kind and encouraging words. I know that listening to you tonight, listening to our young people, I keep on hearing this whole theme about relationship and the relationships that Dominican Youth Movement has made possible for people in their lives. And I'm so grateful for you sharing that experience and how you see the beauty and the sacredness of each person. It's such a gift to have that example for all of us. So the next part of our evening is that we would like to invite all of you to text and donate. We have already raised at this moment $13,995. So our hope is to get even more. If we could get to, say, I think we can definitely do over 14,000, but if we can get to 14,500, that would be amazing. So we have some instructions in the chat. I was being walked through this the other night, and apparently, so you take your phone and you go to the text app. Don't go to call like I did. Go to the text app, and there you're going to start a new message, and you're going to type in 53555, and you're going to type in DYMUSA, so the letters, and then you hit send, and then it's like a miracle. This whole link will come towards you, and you will discover a link to Give Better where you will have the opportunity to donate even more. So I invite all of you to take advantage of this and also to continue betting on the auction. I have seen that there's been some action going on over on that end, so there are lots of ways that you can contribute. And now, just so you know, this money that we are raising tonight will help us to fund our high school and college conferences, help us to make sure that we have the money for our mission trip to Houston this summer, and also hopefully even to fund in the going forward some scholarships so that students who are not able to pay the registration fees will be able to attend. So we want to, this money will help us sustain our programs and make it more accessible for others. So we are so grateful for all of your support tonight. So now I'm going to turn it over to Carly. All right.
We're in business, and I wanted to continue the fun with everyone. We are at our prize wheel portion of the event. We're going to have some prizes. We'll see who the winners are. And so now that you've heard from Catherine, our executive director, about the ways your donations can help us create scholarships for our youth and for our young adults, and help us reach $14,000 tonight. Again, we are so close, and some links are in the chat there for you. We want to give back to you now. Every one of you has been entered into our prize wheel for a chance to win one of our prizes tonight. Others bought extra chances, and all of that has been accounted for. We have 4 prizes tonight, and our first one is a 1-year Costco membership valued at $60. Our second prize tonight is the $75 Costco gift card. The third prize is a $100 Amazon gift card. And our fourth prize of the night is the 2021 Apple iPad. So good luck to all. You don't have to be watching this live or real time to win your prize. We know so many of you are catching the recording tonight. So we are going to reach out to each winner after the gala and then get you your prize. So let's begin. I'm going to pull up our amazing prize wheel. Give it a moment to load. And I'll make sure I have my sound on because there's some wonderful sound effects. Okay, I think we are in business. So for our first prize, our Costco membership, let's see who our lucky winner is. Congratulations, we have Mary Rashid. You are the winner of the Costco membership. This is valued at $60, and we will make sure that you get that.
Congratulations, Mary.
Congratulations, Mary. Our second prize this evening is the Costco gift card. This is $75. And let's see who our lucky winner is. Vanessa Ioannidis. I'm so sorry if I butchered your last name, but Vanessa, congratulations. You are the winner of the Costco gift card for $75.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Vanessa.
Okay, now we're getting to our Amazon gift card. I know a lot of you want this gift card. It's for $100. And let's begin. Let's spin the wheel. Diane McVetti, you're our winner for the Amazon gift card.
Congratulations, Diane.
Okay, our last prize of the night As I said earlier, this is our 2021 Apple iPad. Now let's see who's going to be winning the iPad. We have a winner. Congratulations to Mary Stannis. You are our winner for the Apple iPad. Congratulations.
All right, thank you so much. And congratulations to all of our winners. I hope that you enjoy all of your door prizes very much.
Yeah, and we will reach out after the gala to make sure that everyone receives their prize who won. And to everyone who has been a part of this, we so appreciate your enthusiasm and all of your support. Thank you again.
So before we go, we have a couple of things of business. The first is that I really want to take a moment to thank everyone who has made this evening a success. I want to thank Sister Jenna Fleming, who helped us to find several of our auction items and sold many, many tickets, and has continued to be one of our biggest cheerleaders we could ever hope for at DYM USA. I want to thank Carly Ubaldini, my assistant director at DYM USA, who put in many, many hours to make this evening possible. From putting together the program and creating slideshows, keeping track of tickets, technology, and so much more, including configuring that prize wheel. So congratulations, and thank you so much, Carly.
Thank you, Catherine.
I want to thank Sean Puzzo and Jessica Abahar for their technical assistance with this program. They edited videos, the program, and managed the webinar. And I also want to acknowledge the Adrian Dominican sisters who have graciously let us use their Zoom accounts to host this webinar. And I would like to thank the men and women that serve on our board of directors: Kevin Sullivan, Sean Mundeshine, Sister Jenna Fleming, Sister Mary Sower, Sister Nancy Richter, Nate Friday, Kathleen Friend, Anna Sklut, Liani Castro-Teets, Michelle Martin, Salvatore Ubaldini, Sister Diane Capuano, Lisa Boris, Father Dennis Werder, and Carly, who helps us as well. And I would also especially like to recognize Patrick Spadali and Sister Mary Nolan, who have both now completed several years of service on the board on behalf of Dominican Youth Movement USA. So thank you so much for all that both of you have done for DYM over the years. And I want to thank as well to our Gala committee members, Carly Ubaldini, Sister Jenna Fleming, Sister Mary Sower, Sister Nancy Richter, Anna Sklut, Lisa Boris, Sister Mary Nolan, and Ryan O'Gorman. And above all, I want to thank each of you for joining us for tonight and for your support, whether by buying tickets, buying chances for the prize drawings, sponsoring our events, texting to donate during this evening, and bidding on auction items. All of it has made a difference, and I am so grateful for all of you. And I really want to recognize especially the donations from the Fleming families and from Jen and Christine Singer for their generous donations. It is truly because of each of you that this evening has been a success. And I also want to finish off by saying that we have gone over 14,000. So we are now at $14,090. And it's really such a testament to all of you that we have been able to raise that money. So I encourage you to keep on bidding on our silent auction, and I hope that you will have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much to all of you for joining us tonight.